Hi.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday. It's Table Talk Tuesday.
We might all be a little slap happy today. I don't know.
For sure.
We are glad to see you all today. We're going to talk about
Yes, ma'am.
Clutter.
We're just going to talk about all kinds of different things, but specifically talking about clutter and things that you keep. Why is it doing that?
Because it's
I
retarded.
thought that I had figured this out.
You did figure it out. Last week it worked perfectly. But I don't know. We're trying to get it to go horizontal because right now it's vertical. Even though we all three fit just fine in vertical. If he's not here, we'd be vertical.
I hope we stay vertical and not horizontal.
Yeah, I know.
That would be
A
bad.
horizontal nap would be okay.
Well, I don't know.
She don't know.
No.
You might have to share that
Thank you,
blanket so I
Michelle.
can
I'm
cover
not
these legs.
go get you one. I got it underneath me too. 'Cause the
Hi,
chair's down.
Renee.
Thanks for celebrating, Michelle.
Hello, Lynn.
One more. Michelle, another. Michelle, Jackie.
I don't know.
We don't know. We're just not going to worry about it. Do you all see us horizontal or do you see us vertical? That's a good question. Thank you, Tammy, for celebrating.
I mean,
In case y'all needed to know, you probably should buy Kayla some jeans because they're flat falling apart.
Well, every time she walks by her handle on her cabinet door, it grabs her
So-
jeans and rips it even more.
Andrew bought me a new pair of these jeans, but for some reason the new pair doesn't fit the same as the old pair.
That happens.
And they're way too tight, even though they're the exact same size. And so I'm not skinny enough for the new pair right
Linda
now.
says it's vertical for them.
And every single time, and I love these jeans, they're comfortable. And so every single time I walk past a cabinet of mine,
Cabinet.
I
I
It's hung and it
have
hurts
that same pair of jeans and they absolutely drive me crazy because the hole is so big in the knee that I don't wear them. I'm too old for that stuff.
Is that not uncomfortable? Like half your legs hanging out.
Literally.
Literally.
I know.
That could be a good conversation for Table Talk Tuesday. Is what do y'all think about ripped jeans?
Don't we're supposed to see that. According to like what we see is just our heads. Like it's just like from here up.
Gina said, yes, you need to get rid of those jeans.
Hello, Teresa. Where'd she go? She was right there. Where'd she go? Literally, she was just there.
Well, hi everybody.
How does that happen? She asked how we were.
There she
Oh,
is.
she must have changed it. I'm like, Teresa, you're freaking me out.
I won't wear jeans with a hole or torn, says Gina.
I will wear them if they are shredded a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really like all the holes.
Yeah, I'm not big on a lot of holes. Like what you got on right there.
But Kayla is
Yeah.
Well,
young.
like I said, these are, I mean, they're not supposed to be quite that much of a hole because all of this here has ripped. But I keep wearing them because they're really comfortable. And I'm really only wearing them around the house. And typically y'all don't see that far down.
I think you need to get some safety pins. And,
No,
Attach
that
'em.
would not look
Hey,
good.
I know where you can find some rusty safety pins.
yeah, do that.
So anyways,
Hello to everyone. We're just going to do a blanket hello. Is that okay with y'all? We love you. We appreciate each one of you that are on. We're just going to say hello.
hello.
Hello. know.
Yeah, Gina, I agree with you. Don't you just hate it when your husband has on a shirt with a hole in it, like a t-shirt, and you just want to put your finger in it and just rip it right off?
Well, all right.
okay.
Because of that, you all are, get your minds out of the gutter. She said that. She said if I was here, she would rip those off of you.
Turn
And
them
make
into
it shorts. Make some shorts. They're almost shorts right now.
Jackie says, I just got a pair and she already put them in the donate box.
See? Yeah, they would make cute shorts, Kayla.
Maybe. I do need a pair of jean shorts. Anyways, all right, y'all. Well, we're going to discuss the topic of when is it okay to get rid of something sentimental?
Yeah.
And when is keeping it too much, you know? So
Our question is it okay to keep things simply because they remind you of someone? Where do you draw the line between sentimental and clutter? That's what we're talking about.
and I think that all of us have dealt with that.
100%.
Yes, 100%.
And some of us struggle more with it than others.
Yeah.
My husband, sitting right over there, struggles with it very hard.
He's like, how did I get dragged into this conversation?
He's ignoring us right
Does
now.
he keep everything?
If it belonged to somebody else who's not here, yes.
Deceased. Somebody that's deceased.
Every little thing.
Pretty much. Maybe not everything, but pretty much everything. Yeah. And I am like, to me, things don't serve well to just sit in a box. You know, if it's not something that you're gonna display or have out to look at and be reminded of that person, then, or at least, you know, once a year, then what's the point in holding on to it? Michelle says, I'm with Andrew.
Gina said it depends on what it is. I agree with Gina. So, like, I had my grandmother's dishes in a box for eons. So I was afraid they'd get broken. So they left Kentucky, went to Tennessee, came back from Tennessee, back to Kentucky, all in a box. And so when we moved into our house in Georgetown, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna get them out and I'm gonna enjoy them. And it's gonna remind me of my grandmother. And if they get broken while I'm using it, so be it.
Yeah.
But at least I've had joy using them.
I agree with that.
So, they're out of a box and in my cabinet now.
And that's good.
Yeah.
Where's your head at?
My feelings of this have evolved over my years of living. There was a time that I would not get rid of anything that was sentimental to me. Kayla can tell you that, well, maybe you were there too, I don't remember. But we went through this period where I was cleaning out stuff and trying to purge, and I shed many, many tears over things that I had to choose to get rid of. I felt like I was on that TV show for hoarders, you know, cleaning up your space, and I really struggle with it. I'm a very sentimental person, very sentimental. Now my decor allows me to share and display a lot of vintage items because that's how I decorate. And I've enjoyed being able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I still have some things that are put up that I just don't have room for. And the things that, like paper things, like I kept the kids' school papers and artwork and all that for, I don't know how many years worth. In just boxes up in the attic. And finally, when we were having that purge thing, I just took pictures of things and got rid of them. you know, back in the day, you didn't have that option. You didn't have digital photography. Now
Right.
you can take 4,000 pictures and it's no big deal.
Right.
But you can't get 4,000 pictures developed when you use film.
Right.
Right,
So-
and pictures are a lot easier to store
Exactly.
digitally than to keep all that stuff. I finally got rid of all of my kids' school papers.
Mhm,
And just here, like within the last year,
mhm.
we were going through, John and I were going through some things, and all of Ryan's stuff especially, chunked it. Nikki, I texted her, do you want any of this? She's like, no, are you kidding me? Don't bring that home to me.
Yeah.
I have a tote of Griffin stuff, which he's getting to the age now where not a lot of stuff comes home anymore. You know, it's not all the handmade and the drawings and all that stuff isn't really, we don't see much of that anymore. And so I have a small tote, one of those like file, you know, that you hang files in totes that's just like this wide, you know, by like this. That's full of all of his stuff. And I did not keep everything. When those things would come home, I would throw away a lot of it. I typically would hide that I threw away. But I did throw away a lot of it. But I still have a lot. And I would like to someday put it all in like a binder or some kind of like book or something like that.
Gina said that same thing. Make an album of your most
Yeah.
precious things and let the rest go.
Exactly.
I saw somebody recently on Facebook or somewhere like that had taken their children's artwork and turned it into a quilt.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah. I don't know how you do that, but I thought that was a really cool idea
That is a
to
cool
be
idea.
able to preserve it.
Hi, Joan.
Hello,
Hey,
Joan.
So what's something that you've had a hard time getting rid of, but you finally did get rid of it?
I can answer that one real easy.
Okay.
So I had 20 plus totes of Ryan's things after he went to heaven. And there are some things in there that I thought, why in the world did this boy say? Like every video that little boy rented from the video rental place here in town, he saved a receipt to every movie he watched. I'm not even kidding you.
Talk about a pack rat.
Yes, but I have slowly dwindled that 20 plus totes down to about 4 totes now. And every year I go through it. Do I really want this?
Yeah.
Do I really want this? And so I've gotten rid of quite a bit.
Well, and something like that takes time.
It does take
because
time.
it takes healing,
Yeah,
you know, to get rid of something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, because you look at things differently. I mean,
Right.
I've had multiple purges over the last few years, and if I don't feel like I'm ready to get rid of it, then I don't get rid of it. Just because I'm in a season where I need to throw stuff away doesn't mean I'm going to,
Right.
you know? And then the next time I purge, I'll be like, why did I keep that?
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm never going to use it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Right.
But for me, it's a process. I can't, if I feel any kind of an emotional attachment to it, I'm probably not getting rid of it.
Not for a while anyway. Yeah.
I went through that with her granny, my husband's mom, when she passed away. I kept quite a bit of her stuff, and literally it's been how long have y'all been married?
We've been married 15 years.
15 years. So she's been gone. What?
Okay.
Yeah. She died, I think, in 2013. That'd be right, wouldn't it? Because she was at your wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she died in 2013. And last year, before Christmas, was the only time I've been able to go through that stuff. It took me that long to go downstairs in the basement and open up that trunk. And I cried. Of course I did. You know, but I liked that I did it. And I ended up bringing home some things for Christmas that I used last year, and it made it very special. But yeah, it's a heart thing. for
It
me.
is a hard, Gina
It's a hard
says,
thing.
just let it happen when the time is right.
That's right.
And I think everybody, you kind of know that in your heart
Yeah.
when's the right time to go through things. And now if somebody that I love has passed, all I ask for is a little trinket. Just give me a little whatnot or something like that I can have to bring me memories of that person instead of taking
Right.
all of it.
That's, yeah, a bunch of stuff. I think everyone's different, you know, like I don't struggle with it near as badly as these two and that one over there.
Look, I wanna get rid of you.
How rude.
I have a bad habit of getting rid of
You
stuff.
can come back to my house and get rid of you.
So, but there are some things though that I have a hard time getting rid of. You know, something that I think is stupid, but that I have a very hard time getting rid of? Blankets.
Yeah,
You know
Why?
what I have a hard time getting rid of? Jackets and coats.
Really?
Yes.
or shoes,
Now, I don't struggle with shoes. Not anymore.
not anymore.
Not anymore. But jackets and coats, my closet is plumb full. I can't fit another one in it, but I don't want to get rid of any.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't even wear them very
I know,
I
but
don't-
I might.
I don't even know what I struggle with getting rid of.
Blankets annoy me because we have so many blankets, and inevitably, half of them are handmade in some way, shape, or form by somebody, and you feel like you can't get rid of them because somebody made it,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And so you've got crocheted blankets, and you've got fleece blankets, and then you've got blankets that you put on a bed, and blankets that are decorative, and you hang on the blanket ladder, or you put on the sofa. And I mean, I've probably got 30 blankets.
I feel the same way you do about that. I don't like getting rid of my blankets or the pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of crocheted blankets too. I have a couple that my mom crocheted that my granny had. And where are they? They're in a drawer.
Well, and that's just it. It's like we do use a lot of blankets around here, and I will use them for decoration and stuff. But there are definitely some blankets. There's some in storage that never get used.
And they take up a lot of room.
They do.
A
They
lot
do.
of room.
But you feel guilty getting rid
Go
of them.
back to Dee Dee. She's done threatening to hurt somebody up in here. If
So-
somebody touches her mama or daddy stuff, she lost them 8 weeks apart 5 years ago. Bless your little
Aw.
heart. That is rough.
That is hard.
That is rough. I can't even imagine losing one.
Yeah, that is rough.
Teresa
Patty's
says,
on.
hello, Andrew. He ain't listening.
No.
Jackie, we're cleaning out my mom's house and it's hard. Scott has taken most of it. It is hard.
It is hard.
It is so hard. You know, when
Patty's on the plane.
when Granny died 13 years ago, I didn't want to get rid of anything. I was very, very attached to her and to her stuff. And the reason is because I helped her. I decorated for her for years and years because she had severe rheumatoid arthritis and lost her leg 10 years before she passed away. And so I did everything for her. And I just felt like I was throwing away every memory we ever had together. And it was really hard. But her husband wanted it gone. You know, that's the way he dealt with it. He's like, I'm going to Florida for the winter or whatever time it was. It might have been the fall. Have a yard sale, get rid of it. I don't want it here when I get back. That's how he felt about it. Now me, it'd probably still be sitting over there
Mhm.
if he hadn't done that.
Right.
But
Probably.
we all still went through it and kept what we wanted.
Yeah.
But for him, there was no reason.
Well, and I think that it almost hurt more.
It did hurt.
You know, some people it hurts, like for you, it hurts to get rid of it.
Yes.
For others, it hurts to look at it.
Yes.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and it's like I need this gone because otherwise I can't move on.
Right. And my dad was the same way with my mother's stuff.
Yeah.
It was just, he couldn't wait to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know, and so, which was sad in a way because I was awful young and I didn't have a chance to go through and say, I want this, and
Right.
didn't even really have the mental capacity to say, I want that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I don't have a lot of things of my mother's. What I do have, my granny had.
Yeah.
And so I inherited it through her. But
Yeah, I feel that way about Granny. I was still really young and early in my marriage, and there's no telling, you
What you
know,
missed out on.
what I missed out on, what we got rid of.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
wish could have
texted my dad a few weeks ago and asked him if he had anything of my mom's. My mom died when I was 8. And I said, have you got anything left? And he said he didn't think so. Because I would love to have had some sort of a little vintage piece to put in my hutch.
Mhm.
But I've got some of her jewelry and I've got her engagement ring. But I really don't have much
Yeah.
from her.
Yeah.
But they did keep jewelry in a lockbox at the bank for me and Lori when we got older.
So so just changing the subject just slightly and moving on to clutter versus decor, or clutter versus like something that brings you joy. So like what feels like clutter to you? Because everyone is different, and if people some people like more stuff than others. Some people like things to be more on the cluttered side, and it doesn't feel cluttered to them. You know, so like obviously if you have a hard time getting rid of stuff, you either have that stuff stored away or you've got a lot of clutter sitting around. You know, I'm just curious, where's that line for you? You know, for me, I don't like clutter. I don't like stuff sitting around, but I like decor. And so if it serves a decorative purpose, I like it. But it's got to be a little bit to the minimal. It's not minimalistic necessarily anymore, but like I get
It's
to the
got to
point.
be eye appealing.
Yeah, and I get to the point like on my counters where I can't stand to have a bunch of stuff on my counters, and I get annoyed if I decorate too much stuff on my counters, because then it's like, you know,
John,
too busy.
John and I just had this conversation because I was getting on to him about his piles. I hate clutter. I don't mind my decor if everything is put where it's supposed to be and everything's put up, right?
Right.
But my husband is a piler,
Mm-hmm.
which is okay in his office because I don't do anything in his office. But when he comes up to the kitchen and he starts making piles, then we have a discussion because I hate piles.
Yes.
I
You're the pile.
I was never a piler, as she calls it. But later in my life, I have become a piler.
Yes.
And a lot of it started when we started the Celebration Company, I think, because I just don't have time to clean up my crap. And my table beside me where I sit on the couch, I am so mad at it right now. Cause it is a disaster. I can't find any, I mean, it's just like stuff piled on it. You all would be mortified. I'm mortified.
You know, I think you need to take a picture and post it.
Yeah.
I think you should.
I'm so mad at that whole table. I am in a season where I truly cannot keep up. And if we talked about this last week, and they all tried to solve my problems until they made me cry. And so
We did. That's the truth.
We didn't make her cry. She cried because she was overwhelmed.
yeah, I just feel so overwhelmed and I can't keep up. And I've been going through some health things and it's just been a lot. And I'm mad about it. I really am. Just plain old mad about it because my house is an absolute wreck and that is not who I am. It's not, is it? I mean, things will get tussled about.
I wouldn't call you a neat freak.
I'm not a neat freak, no. And my house does not have to be cleaned every week. I'm not
Right.
that person either.
No, you're not.
But I want some sort of order. And right now, I feel like my house is cluttered.
Well, when you feel like you're living in chaos, then everything
Yeah.
else is kind of
I am
chaotic.
totally living in chaos, and it is really making me angry.
No,
Watch out,
I'm
Kayla.
just-
Watch out, Kayla.
I'm just being honest.
I will tell you, and I've told you all this before. I don't get mad very often. Like, I don't get mad, very often.
Yeah, you said that twice.
But
I got it.
when
Did y'all
I
get it? I got it.
when I'm cleaning is when I get more mad than ever.
Yes.
Than ever. Over I don't even get that mad at people. But
Why
when
do you
I
get mad when
clean,
you're
I
cleaning?
get irate because I hate to clean.
She takes after me for one, because I used to be that way.
Cleaning sucks. I hate it. And part of the reason why I hate it so much is because it never ends. And every time you do something, it gets immediately undone in no time.
Mhm.
And so you just sit there and you say, I just did this.
Yes.
Or, like for instance, I get frustrated with that rug in my living room because it gets nasty, dirty, and I clean it. And I just recently, before Mother's Day, I took it outside and I pressure washed it. And when I start to see dirt spots again,
Makes you mad.
it goes all through me. It just sets me on fire because
I know.
I get like that over the toilet, I clean the toilet and then Griffin comes in there and he's got horrible aim and
Poor
you know,
T.
it's irritating.
It's irritating. It is irritating.
I don't get irritated when I clean.
Well, you
It's
must
because
find
it brings you
therapeutic
joy.
or
And
something.
it sucks.
I don't know that it brings me joy. I know that it's something that is an endless task that I just have to do. I do enjoy when my house is sparkly clean. I do
But it
enjoy
doesn't
that.
last.
Well,
At
there's
least not
not
in my home.
There's only two of us. I have a piler, and he tries to keep his piles downstairs, so the upstairs stays pretty well unpiled most of the time.
Let's look at some comments. We've kind of just taken off here. I think you're my friend. So, yes, Dee Dee, I'm sure that it is still extremely hard. That's not something you ever get over. You just learn to live with it, right? Teresa Smith, my friend, lost her husband this past May, and she's still having a hard time trying to get rid of his things. I told her, you will know when you're ready.
That's exactly right.
There's no right or wrong time on that.
No.
Jackie says, my father-in-law's house will be harder. Mother-in-law was a collector. Yeah, that will be hard.
I have two collectors.
Mm-hmm.
Both the moms are collectors. And
But I've tried to get rid of a bunch of mine.
yeah, but you
I
still,
still
are
have my
collection.
collections.
She still got her collection. But she
But
has
it's organized.
gotten rid of a lot in the last couple of years.
Dee Dee said, my mama passed first, and as soon as the funeral was over, he wanted mom's clothes out of his closet. He couldn't stand it. It hurt so badly. I am sure.
Yeah, and I think men are more like that than women are.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
so.
I think that kind of just happens with men.
Gina donated all of her mother's clothes right away, almost all her things, as it was hard to see her things without her. I have her photos and her jewelry. I know.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to go into my mother-in-law's house without being upset.
Yeah.
A long time.
Now I'm having a hot flash.
Patty Butler, Lisa, this is her sister-in-law, just sent home some things that were Brett's grandmothers and great aunts. That's gonna be cool. I can't wait to see. She said it has to have a purpose.
Yep.
I've always been a junk collector, as my son puts it. If it brings me joy to have it, I keep it. But when I'm tired of dusting it, it's time to let it go.
That's the truth.
I like that.
I love that.
I like
Yes.
that philosophy.
Wesley Noss is a piler too.
Yes,
Trish.
I remember that from the church office.
Oh, yeah.
I already know that. Yes. Michelle, my husband and daughter leave piles. After 2 days, it goes in the trash. I don't care what it is.
I like that. So that
Yeah.
sounds like me.
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
Lynn and Jackie agree with me. I totally agree with you. We're in the middle of remodeling, so on top of all of that, and then all of my clutter, I feel like I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get
I
the feeling
agree.
that way too.
Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Tina.
Yeah, when my house gets like that, I mean, I feel you, I do, because I get the same way.
Yeah.
And that's when I get really anxious and
Yeah.
really aggravated and overwhelmed
Mhm.
is when I feel my house is a mess and I feel the weight of
Yes,
everything else.
yeah. I can't work if I'm.
Let me just be completely transparent with you all. I'm just going to tell you something that I did. I ordered 4th of July decorations. A pillow cover, a flag, garden flag, some red fake geraniums to put out front, something for the door, the bunting to put on my front windows, maybe even something else, I don't remember. Celebration Company paid for it. It is still sitting on my living room chair.
Cindy.
Still sitting there amongst other things. Now that's sad. That's when I feel like I am becoming a hoarder. Because I just knew I had to have all that stuff.
But yet you
And
know,
yet I didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And I justified it because I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
And see, I'm quite the opposite.
Yes, she is.
When I get something new, it's like a mosquito bite.
It itches.
That I have to itch. Like I can't let it just
Just sit
sit
there on the
yeah.
chair.
As soon as a box comes in that I get in the mail, I'm immediately opening it up, like
Oh,
right away.
me
I
too.
don't want to let it sit there unless it's like filament, and I know exactly what it is. I gotta open it up and see what's inside.
It's
and
like Christmas every day here. I can't leave a box sit.
I immediately gotta like open it up, take it out of the package, put it
Feel it,
away. I
yeah.
don't know, like I just or if I get something new like
Mine's
that,
out of the packages.
like something new like that, that's a decorative item.
Yeah.
I immediately want to put
Put
it
it
in
up.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, Kayla. I can't let it sit.
I wanted to put it up. It just, for one thing, I needed Troy to help me with the bunting because I wasn't sure what to do on vinyl siding. Wasn't really sure how to handle that, and it's beside the point now. But now I've got to find a place to store the dang stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gina said you're the only person she knows that keeps up with the holiday decorations.
Really, Gina? Well, I don't do many. I do the 4th of July, and I do fall, and I do Christmas.
But now she'll probably leave this up till Labor Day.
Outside, it's a good possibility. I am thinking about taking some of the
Bunting now.
flags out. I don't know about the bunting, but
Maybe I'll use it all for Labor Day. I mean, I even bought this cute yard stake to put out in the yard that says $2.50 on it.
Well, that's no good anymore.
I did get a rug for the outside that says USA. I did put that down.
Well, good for you. But I don't know what you're gonna do with your 250 sign now, because 250 over.
We're just gonna celebrate it for the rest of
I
my
mean,
life.
yeah, but you still see stuff from the bicentennial,
Yeah.
and people
Yeah.
still decorate with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
So I mean, I think that you can still, just because it says 250, I don't think it means that you can't use it anymore.
It's just a whole thing.
Brett has a rule, Patty said. One thing comes in the house, 2 things have to leave. I break the rule all the time.
I tried to do that with clothes. I decided I was gonna have this many hangers and that's all I was gonna put in my closet. I have pretty much stuck to that,
Yeah.
except that I will now say, well, that'll probably fit in a drawer. I'll take that off and put that in a drawer.
Well, I get rid of clothing multiple times a year, and that's typically what'll happen is we'll start running out of hangers, And so I go in and I get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I do the same thing.
I
do
just
that too.
recently, like it hasn't been very long ago that I got rid of a bunch of stuff. And y'all, I don't shop for clothing very often. And I did laundry, which part of the problem is there usually isn't all of the clothes clean at the same time.
Me too.
So typically there's plenty of hangers until I decide I'm gonna wash all the clothes at the
Yeah.
same time.
I know, it's just.
And
It's
then,
all year.
and then I don't have any hangers all of a sudden.
We do that too.
And I
There's
told
truth
Andrew
in
just
that.
the other day, I said, I don't understand because I even bought hangers recently and I haven't even bought, I can't even think of clothing that I have bought. But
Well, you go to the Goodwill and the Clothes Mentor, and you just don't think about it, but you are buying clothes.
well, not much.
I'm just saying.
I will say though,
Say, go ahead.
I do not have a lot of clothes.
No, she doesn't.
I have a small section of closet.
Going back to the things that you hate to get rid of and you have a hard time getting rid of,
Clothing.
sweatshirts and t-shirts.
Oh, yeah,
I have a terrible time getting rid of those.
yeah. And I
And
have,
it's the t-shirts that end up in a drawer.
yeah, I have
T-shirts are
way
hard, I
more
think.
t-shirts than I would ever wear.
I know.
But I can't get rid of them.
And I don't even wear t-shirts hardly ever.
I wear 'em a
I
lot.
wear them to bed, and that's about it.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I've made a drawer full of ones that I can wear around the house and I can wear to bed, and if I ruin it, okay. But it's stupid.
I know.
I know.
It's stupid to
I
have
know.
50, 60 t-shirts.
Oh, I like that. I haven't done that, but I do like that idea, Linda. It says you turn the hangers
Ah.
backwards. Yeah, I think at a certain point of the year, at like one time of the year, you go in and you turn them all around, and then
It's a
it's
good
at that
idea.
same point at or in January.
Yeah.
You know, and then after New Year's, if you've got hangers that are still turned around backwards, those things
I'm gonna
need to be
share
gotten
that
rid
with
of.
Linda. I'm gonna share that with Linda.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a really good
it
idea.
is a good idea.
That's a good idea. I never
But-
thought of that.
Yeah, I think that would work. I do.
Okay, so I can put my 250 out for the rest of the year.
Yeah. So do that.
I'm gonna put it out and then I'm gonna hang tinsel on it for Christmas.
There you go.
Jackie, I know, Jackie, you decorate every holiday and then some because we see your pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
Gina, that doesn't work for me, Lord. I've tried to no avail. I can't get rid of enough for what all I bring in.
She's talking about Brett's rule.
And Linda, that's the trick for the hangers. And Teresa doesn't know the last time she bought clothes. What was I gonna say? There was something I was gonna say. I was reading the comments and it left my brain, of course. I don't know what it was.
Well,
But
getting organized is hard. It's challenging but I do think that the less stuff we have, the easier it is to keep things straight.
it is, and we've been on so many thrifting trips in the last 2 or 3 years, and especially with Anything Goes, and bought a lot of stuff. Well, you can't keep buying that stuff because your house is only so big. My house is just 1,700 square feet. I don't have a ton of space, a ton of surfaces to put things. So I'm now to the point of, well, I'm either gonna have to store stuff or I'm gonna have to get rid of it. And that hurts my heart because I might not wanna get rid of it and I don't wanna store it.
But do you not get to a point though where you've looked at something for so long it just doesn't bring you joy anymore?
The only thing that I do that with is my mantle.
Really.
Yes, that's the only thing I ever change.
Because I've got a shelf down in my basement. I've got the shelf that's got all of my extra decorative items that I don't where I switch my decor out that I don't use all year round. But so when I put up all of my 4th of July stuff, I had all of that decor, a lot of that stuff that I was taking down that I had to find a place for. And so literally just like last week, I decided to finally put all that stuff on my shelf. But the only way to do that, I had to go through and organize it and, get rid of some things in order to make room. And it's so easy to me though, like, because there are things on that shelf that I'm just like, that's how I feel about it. Not into that anymore. It doesn't bring me joy.
There's things that I have that I'll do that with too, but then there's a lot that I won't,
Yeah.
which is a lot that has to be stored.
I mean, there's a few things on that shelf that it's like, I know I'm not going to use that right now, but maybe I'll need it for something. That's the biggest
Been
thing.
there,
It's
done
like
that.
the farmhouse candlesticks, the galvanized candlesticks that I have. Like, I'm not into that anymore. I'm not
There's some
into
things
the
that
black
are easy.
anymore.
They're easy to get rid of. Right off the bat, why am I keeping that? But then what are about, like that blue vase there? I would have a really hard time getting rid of that because it's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, but if you change your decor and it
Right.
doesn't match anymore.
like back in the day, I had all that Southern Living stuff and all these beautiful chickens and things like that, and I got rid of them, and I regret that.
Yeah, but would you decorate with it?
Some of them I would.
Well, what do you think about all of the home interior that we had once upon a
I
time?
don't miss any of that.
There are pieces that I miss.
There's not one piece I can think of I'd want back.
Yeah, there are some things I miss
I
and
can't
regret.
honestly think of any piece of decor that I have gotten rid of that I regret getting rid of.
Those things I regret getting rid of.
Yeah.
Nothing, because I look back at all of it and it does not bring me joy because it's like, I've been there, I've done that, I'm done with it. And I guess that's just the way my brain operates.
Yeah.
I have it for a while and then I'm like, good thing I don't do that with people.
It really is.
Well, let's change the subject real quick. I don't know how long we've been on here. No, we don't have but about 15 more minutes. I wanted to go to that meeting at the church. Wait, Gina, I found a new way to restrict myself from buying stuff. We want to move to another state eventually, a year away, but I think is it special enough to pack up and move? If yes, I'll buy. If not, I don't buy it.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if that would work for me. I'll probably still end up buying a lot.
I think it is good to think about those things, like, really process when you're buying something, whether or not you really need it, or are you
Yeah.
buying it because it's just
Yeah.
a good deal, or
Right. Now,
Yeah.
there was when we moved from Kentucky to Tennessee and from Tennessee back to Kentucky, there were 3 or 4 boxes that were not even opened from both moves. Well, after 7+ years, and I didn't miss it, I didn't even open it.
Yeah.
It all went to a
Yeah.
thrift store because
Yeah.
Well, I want to piggyback off of that. I still have another one I want to ask about, but do you find yourself when you're spending money, are you an emotional spender? Are you an impulsive spender? Or are you logical and you only buy it if you need it?
depends. It depends. I can be an impulse spender, and then I get home and I'm thinking, did I really need to have that? I don't think I'm an emotional spender though, because I'll walk away
No.
around the store with several items and then wind up putting everything back.
Yeah.
I've done that. Yeah.
I think that I can be an emotional spender or at least an emotional shopper. Because shopping does bring me joy. And so if I am in a down mood, I'll want to go shopping, because it'll make
Pick
me
you up.
happy. Yeah.
Pick you up.
And I don't have to spend a lot of money, but but typically I'll only buy the things that do bring me joy in some way. So I don't know if I'm an impulsive spender though. I
don't think you
I
are.
don't think I am.
I can be.
Mom is an impulsive spender for sure, and an emotional spender.
I am more emotional than impulsive.
You've gotten less impulsive through the years.
Patty is definitely impulsive.
Yes, she
definitely
is.
impulsive.
Definitely impulsive. For me, my spending habits have changed drastically, especially since I quit my job in 2020.
Yeah.
Because we're living off of what little bit the Celebration Company brings in. So I don't have a ton of extra money to spend. And so I had to change my spending habits, but I was definitely an emotional spender, which probably leaked over into being impulsive.
Mm-hmm.
I will still do that. Like even with the 4th of July stuff, I think that was an impulsive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, I think, is sometimes the worst
Yeah.
because you can be not able to sleep in the middle of the night and you start shopping. Patty's done that and she don't even remember how she bought it.
Yeah.
Because she just gets on there and she scrolls and buys it. And I am bad about that, but I've learned to not buy, put it in my list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go back and look at that list like I did yesterday for my birthday. And I'm like, why did I put that in there?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Christy says shopping's therapeutic for her. Amanda's like me, except when it comes to things with wildflowers. Jackie said it has to jump out at her.
Uh-huh.
Gina says she does that too. She shops with that around the store and then winds up putting it back.
Yeah, I can do that too.
I do that. I
sometimes.
do that too.
Especially because it'll also depend on what else I find.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I find
Or
something
if you
else
have
that
a
I love
budget.
more,
Yeah.
it's like this is not important. I don't need that.
You have a budget and you've picked up several things and you have to put something back.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb, honestly. I saw Christy say that shopping was therapeutic for her. It's dumb that it is, to
No,
me.
anything can be therapeutic
I know,
that brings
but
you
it's just
joy.
I'd rather shopping be your therapy than alcohol or
It's
drugs.
just funny to me that shopping, going and buying things,
It feels
brings me.
It's
makes me
what does
happy.
it do?
Like
it releases endorphins or
The
something.
dolphins, yeah.
The dolphins.
dolphins.
Okay.
Dolphins.
I think that's a lot of what it is.
Yeah.
Is it releases this hormonal thingy, whatever it's called, and it just makes you feel good. And that's why when you get home, you have regret
Christy,
because that goes away.
Yeah.
Patty does the same thing. She can't sleep, and so she shops in the middle of the night as well when she should be sleeping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't do that, but I don't think I'm impulsive on Amazon because I'll just, like you said, add things to my list or I'll put it in the
I'll
cart.
put it in the cart and then think about it.
It sits in the cart
Yeah.
for a while, yeah.
Yeah, and that annoys the heck out of me because I've got like 5 people using my account and they all put their stuff in the cart and they never clean it out. Just saying.
I'm not one of those
Dopamine.
people.
Thank you, Christy. Dopamine. Yes, Teresa, we do have to watch our money because there are more important things to spend it on,
Yes.
like a house payment. Okay, so real quick, the other thing that I think is a fun conversation is when do you make the decision to get rid of craft supplies?
Oh.
Come on, girls, let's hear it.
That is so easy.
I don't have a craft room per se. I have a bookshelf and I have totes and they're all labeled with whatever's in that tote. And when those totes get too full, it's out.
Well, I don't have a problem with that at all. I mean, I have told you all this before, but I think that having less makes it easier to craft. But when I go to clean out or to organize, if it's something that's been sitting there for a long time and I have never used it, it's gone. Like I can kind of tell that I've looked at something for a while, and I think that helps to get rid of that crap because it's sort of cluttering up your
Creativity.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so if it's been sitting there for a while and you haven't used it, why are you keeping it? Because you're probably not going to use it. I mean, and I'm not talking about like, pipe cleaners,
Right.
or I'm talking about,
Surfaces.
something that you bought at Dollar Tree that you thought you might make over,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Like I've had this, this basket, it's like a pocket basket that you hang up and you stuff whatever in it and it's got a handle.
Mhm.
I've had that, I think it came in one of those Michaels
Really?
thingies a while back. It's been hanging on my closet door upstairs in the craft room all these years with fall flowers in it. And I have done nothing to it. Kayla has told me that I have too much craft stuff
She does.
and that I need to get rid of half of it at least. And I think she's right because I do think that's partly what stymies me from crafting because it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It
You know?
is overwhelming.
And I can't, and this is the other thing I get so mad about and that I have noticed the older I get, I cannot find things.
Well,
And that makes me mad.
your craft room is not easy to navigate.
No, it's not.
And, someone said one time that they don't know how I'm so organized or something because I'm able to find things really quickly. Everything seems to be right there. And it's laid out very differently.
It is
from
because
yours.
you've got just this little nook that you craft out of, and I've got an entire room.
And closet.
And
Yeah,
not everything.
But that's what I'm including.
Yeah.
And not everything is, it's
No,
not right there.
It's
So
not accessible
you
easily.
have to get up out of
Get
your
up.
chair and go to 4 different places where things could be stored in this room. And so, yeah, we need to come up with a different solution
Well,
altogether.
I've been waiting for them to come over and help me.
But
They don't.
you got to get rid of a bunch of stuff first.
So we're getting a lot of comments on craft rooms for sure.
Well, I mean, that is what we do.
Yeah.
So,
So Michelle's cleaned out her craft room 3 times in the last 6 months and it needs to be done again.
Yeah.
we feel your pain on that, or I do.
Patty says she's gonna do mystery boxes and offer them to all of our
Listen,
All of our people.
I was thinking that too. When we go through mine, that's what we're going to do.
mystery boxes. Linda says she has crafting supply stashed all over the house because she can't get a dedicated, organized craft space or room.
I know. I promise Teresa, Kayla is going to be gone the last week of July, and I am planning to craft then. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
Robin says she tries and organize and declutter and then she ends up getting frustrated so she walks away.
Yep, filled to the brim.
Jackie needs to purge her craft room. Totes are filled to the brim. Whatnot is a whatnot. I've not been on whatnot.
No, I'm not getting on it.
No. I agree with the less is the better.
Yeah.
That's what Robin says.
And I think that for me, as I get older, that's what I'm seeing, is less is just better. Your brain can't accommodate all that stuff.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
can't. And it's annoying. My mother-in-law, she's a prime example. She's 83, I think. And she has a place for everything. Like in her refrigerator, every place has a certain item. If you don't put that item back right there where it's supposed to be on row A, column D, then she thinks she doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And she'll go buy more. And it really bothers her. And that's the reason and I'm starting to appreciate that.
Yeah, I noticed, obviously, we've been married 15 years, and so we're at that point where, we got a lot of stuff, we didn't start out with a lot of stuff, but we got a lot of stuff now. And there are days that I just wish my husband would let me get a dumpster. And I just fill her up.
Center side.
I would just
My family
fill
was
that
like
dumpster plumb full, and it would bring me so much clarity. It would just bring me so much clarity.
It
And
just-
I wouldn't second guess it.
We are the ones that talked Patty into doubling the size of her craft room. That's a very, very true statement.
It is.
I'll take that.
Yeah. My husband is a hoarder, especially when it comes to farm stuff and wood stuff. And not only does he have piles in the house, but he has piles in the barn and piles here and piles there.
My
So,
husband is a hoarder too.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he does not buy a lot of stuff. So it's not like, obviously I buy a whole lot more than he does. But when he buys stuff, it's usually expensive. But anyway, he doesn't
That's
get rid of
true.
anything though.
yeah.
He doesn't get rid of anything. I occasionally I can get him to get rid of some clothing.
I bet Troy
But
has
that's about it.
button-down collared shirts that are at least 20 years old.
Oh my gosh, John has clothes he wore in high school.
Well, I don't think we have that. Well, no, I know we don't have that. Troy wouldn't be able to fit into them. He was skinny mini.
Well, thankfully Andrew's not that bad, but with the clothing, because I can push him into getting rid of the clothing. But
Yeah.
anything else, no.
Troy, I agree with you. Andrew and Troy are a lot alike. I don't think that Troy is a hoarder or a collector of things, but when he buys something, it's a big ticket.
Yeah.
Tina says my craft room is so cluttered. I haven't done any crafts in a long time. Girl, you better get on with it.
Tina's been busy.
Tina's got a lot going on. Amanda cleaned out recently. I got rid of half of the contents of each bin. It wasn't so overwhelming.
Yeah.
You like to organize though, girl. Tina says I hyper.
Maybe we need to have an intervention for Tina.
That sounds
Not
like
till
this
you
one.
have one for me. Now, I'm just saying.
How many times have we done
We're
your
gonna do it
classroom?
again. We're
We've
gonna
done
do
it
again.
at least twice in the last 5 years.
Yes.
Nature abhors a vacuum. All my space is filled, Patty says.
It is for sure. Usually when I walk into her craft space, she's got what, 16 feet of counters,
Yeah.
and they're plumb full.
And 14 cabinets.
Yeah.
And then
Shelves and
20
everything.
shelves and yeah. I can't find anything in Patty's craft room. Nothing.
No.
Christy says, Kayla, you're just like my daughter. She is attached to nothing. She is constantly getting rid of stuff. I'm telling you, Kayla takes after the center side of the family because Melissa and Memaw are the same way.
Yep.
You don't get that from the Downies, the Adams, or the Southworths because we are all clutter bugs.
I like to get rid of stuff for
Linda
sure.
says they've been married 53 years, so they have a lot.
I feel like there is a lesson in that, listening to what she was saying a while ago about how when they first got married, they didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And now they're busting at the seams. There's a lesson in that, people.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
When
you know,
can live on less.
Yeah.
here's the thing with America though, right? We have so much stuff that we have to rent warehouses
Yes.
to store our stuff in that we never get to because they're in a warehouse.
Mm-mm.
And
No.
so, yeah, it's.
Although, I will say, if the Celebration Company did not occupy 2/3 of my basement,
You wouldn't have one.
that basement would look a whole lot better.
That's what she thinks.
Well, she would be able to get
It
rid of
would
her
be,
warehouse.
it would be
Because-
good for a while. And then it would be right back.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have just I think that I have gotten rid of so much stuff in order to accommodate
Yes, you
for the
have.
Celebration Company.
Okay, so
Taking up space in my basement that without all of that there, if what I currently have could occupy that entire space, it wouldn't be so dang cluttered.
okay, so here's the question of the day. Y'all want us to just close shop so she can have her basement? Give me a yes or a no right now. I wanna know.
Inquiring minds wanna know.
The funny thing is, as much as I'd love to have my basement back, I do not want to work somewhere else
No.
right now.
No.
I don't want to have to leave my house to go to work.
If one
I
of
don't.
you fine followers would like to contribute $1,000 a month, we might be able to rent a space. We might.
But
Well,
then again, I
She would
have to leave
Well,
to go to work
she
every
can't
day.
have it both ways. Look,
Michelle
Michelle,
says, no.
All right, y'all.
Yeah,
Well,
we've
we
got to
gotta
go.
go. But thank you
No
all.
way. No.
Thank you all so much for
No.
joining us. This was a fun little conversation.
It was.
Again, if y'all have any conversations
Yes.
that you would like for us to talk about, it can literally be anything.
Anything.
It's a struggle every single
It
Tuesday.
can't be political,
Right.
cannot be political,
Yeah.
and it can't be too far religiously.
It can be a little religious.
If
It
you
just
wanna talk
depends on
about
what it is.
Jesus, you wanna have
Yeah.
a devotion, we can do that, but.
But anyways, we're always trying to figure out what to discuss, and I mean, there are millions and millions of topics.
I wish that they could be a part of some
Yes.
of our lunchtime conversations, because those are pretty good sometimes.
We
Yeah.
love you too, Christy. We hope you're gonna sign up for Celebration of the Bluegrass coming in April.
Yes.
Y'all get your registrations in before the end of the month.
Yeah.
And take advantage of today's, so, what's it called? Christmas in July, 15% off of certain items.
Yep.
You go to the homepage and you can find it.
Don't forget to shop your stash for your
Yeah.
snowman.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, I love you guys, and we'll see you all tomorrow
Oh,
for more
somebody
Christmas
was
in
the first
July.
Well, we're glad you joined us, Linda.
Yes.
Thank you.
So glad you were here today.
Yeah.
Join us again. We try to do this every Tuesday.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
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 See you later.